Hey guys, Rich Bassine here, YouTube vlog creator. Today I want to talk about the iPhone 5S. And as you can see here, let's go to Cam 5. I have three of them. Got the iPhone 12 Pro Max, the iPhone 8, and my little favorite one, the iPhone 5S. And today in this video, I got some stuff on my desk over here. Let me go to Cam 2, you'll see what I'm talking about. I got a lot of little things over here I want to share with you guys on how to utilize these things to make use of them if you're doing video shoots or how to make a little small rig. And I want to share some of these things because so I hope you guys can hang around. I'm also going to show you where you can get the chest harness for this here, or for any of the iPhones pretty much, where you could use this as an action camera. So, you know, that's coming up, and I hope you guys can stick around because I'm going to jump into it right now because I don't know how long this video is going to take, but I like to share tips and tricks on ideas for the content creator. So if you have an iPhone 5S, you might want to stick around and listen to what I have to say. And I'm also going to show you to change the settings in here. The settings that they have in here right now for the iPhone 5, I'm going to put my glasses on. It's the 720p HD at 30 frames per second, and it goes up to 1080p HD at 30 frames per second. Okay, and the version I'm using for the operating system is version 12.5.7. That's what's on this one right now. I'm not gonna talk too much about these here, but I'm gonna keep them to the side, okay? But I want to focus on this here. So without further ado, let's go to Cam 5, and I'm gonna show you some things I have here, okay? All right, first off, I want to show you to make little rigs with this here. Let's move this over here for time being. I got a lot of stuff here, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that there. Look at that, all that stuff I got there. I got quite a bit. All right, but we're gonna go over little by little here. Okay, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna get the message across to you guys. First off, I don't know where to start, but I'm gonna jump into it now. We're gonna get started with the. I guess we'll start with the selfie sticks. And what I want to share with you guys, if you look at the selfie stick here, these have the spring-loaded things in here, the spring-loaded mounts here for your phone. Now this here, I think would open up enough to mount the iPhone 12 Pro Max. If you look at the size of this thing, I mean, look at it compared to, you know what I'm saying? But I believe this would fit. But let's just say I have two. If you notice, I took the other one off, and there's for a reason why I did that there, guys, okay? I did that for a reason. And the reason why is you could take these off, and you could use these for other, you could use this, put it on a tripod if you didn't have one, whatever. You could utilize this here. So I'm not going to get rid of it. I mean, it's still got some good tension on there. But let's just say you want to use something like this, something that's a little more sturdier. And they all got that stayed with 3 1/4 screw thing there, screw mount. And if you put it on here like this here, you know, you could do this, right? Like this here, tighten it up. And now that selfie stick will have a better way of, you know, mounting your phone. You don't have to, in other words, you know, you don't want to worry about your phone falling out. I'm not crazy about these here too much because I always feel, like I say, you get nothing you should, but if you get a sudden jolt, it could pop out. With this has like the little clamps in there. It locks in there. You see that there? It locks in there. That's what I like about it, you know? So, yeah, and you could use something like this here, okay? You could, whoops. The only thing is, I got to say, this ain't these things, this is a kind of like a cheap, yeah, this is kind of like a cheap, you know, selfie stick here. They have better ones, but I'm just trying to show you, you know, if you had a better one, it wouldn't be doing this here. You know, it is, sometimes these here, they get, I don't know, they get a little weakened over here, whatever, but it's not really something you want to use it, but it's just to give you an idea. It would do the same thing with this one as well, okay? Because eventually what I think happens is these things here, they get worn out, whatever, you know, from use, constantly sliding in and out, you know. But I think the same thing would apply to this here. This one might be a little better. I think it's a little more stiffer. That's another thing, too. You could tell how worn it is. See here, the difference here? How easy this comes out? Most likely, this is going to be one that's not going to really hold up to it. Let's take this one off, and let's see. Let's see if I can prove that point for myself and only that to you guys. Okay, this is a little more stiffer here. You can see it's got some, you know, resistance there. So let's see what happens when I take this off. So that's another way of telling if the selfie stick is pretty worn out too, by the way it goes in and out. Look how easy this is. There's no resistance there. So most likely you put a heavy thing on, it's going to, look at this thing. It's already, you know, it's not good. Let's try this one, the same thing with same mount. Okay, let's put it on here. All right. So if you're ever going to look for selfie sticks, make sure they got pretty good resistance on them. You don't want to buy something that's going to be flopping around on you. Okay, let's just tighten this up again. We're going to do the same test again. All right. So I like to share these things with you guys out there who who have these type of phone, any type of phone. All right, let's see how this works now. Tighten it up. It's locked in there. This one's not too bad. This has got some rigidity to it. But a heavier phone, if I put the iPhone 12 Pro Max on here, this thing no doubt would flop. But you can see I'm moving it back and forth a little. It's a lot better than this one here. So to be truthfully honest with you, this one here, I would say, I think it's had it. I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna keep this thing. I might just discard it. The only thing that's good about it is that if you use this here, if on the normal circumstance, if you use this here, you could plug this into your iPhone like this here with the standard mount here, right? And you could plug it in here. And this is for this one now. And then you have a button over here where you could just hit the record, and pause on it. That's what that would do. That's the only difference between this one and that one. This is just a plain one like that there. With this one here, you got to hit the button, whatever. But it's a shame. There probably is a way to do it. You could probably maybe clamp it up a little, where you could just take like a grip or whatever, vice grip, whatever, and just kind of like press it a little just to give it that rigidity. Maybe I'll still hold on to this here. But anyway, I wanted to share it with you guys, okay? All right, so that's there. So you're not compelled to use what they give you on the selfie stick, okay? So you can take this off here. We could put this guy back on here again. Okay, we'll just put this back on here. Like this, like that there. And we got that there. Okay, so just to let you guys know, you don't have to keep this on here if you don't like the spring-loaded mount. It's not bad. I mean, it'll work. It'll hold it, I'm just not too crazy about them. I mean, that's all right, it's all right. It's up to you. It's your choice. Okay. All right. So let's put these to the side. We got this out of the way. That's number one. We got that out of the way. Now, when it does come to mounting these things, if you're going to make a rig for your, phone, your little iPhone over here, 5S, you could do that there easily. And if you want to use this on a tripod, there's two ways to do it. I want to share these things with you guys. This one here is good for a camera mount. If you want, I just want to share this with this is from Elgato. And what's nice about this here, it's cold shoe and it's all metal, okay? All metal, all cold to the touch here. And it's really nice. It's really, what I like about it is when you mount it, you could still, if you mount this on your camera, you could still move it around. Where some of them are fixed, you know what I'm saying? Where if you have stuff like this here, it's fixed. In other words, you can't move it. And there is a way to also tighten the tension in here. When you buy the Elgato, I bought this here from Micro Center, where that's my favorite store. When you get it, let's do a little basic unboxing here. You're gonna get this little booklet thing here, a little cold shoe guide, whatever. Yeah, whatever. What is it here? A quick start guide, and it just has a little basic information like that there. All right, and they give you an Allen key for it. And the reason why they give you the Allen key, folks, is for the simple reason is you could loosen and tighten the tension up on here. Okay, with this I'm talking about. So what you do is, if you want this, you got to hold it, of course. And what you want, you loosen the tension up here, and this will move very freely, which you don't want. You don't want that there to happen, but you can. That's the whole, that's why they gave you this here. It's to tighten it up a little, to put more tension on it, give you a little more resistance. Okay, you can just tighten like that there. And let's see over here. And the other thing is too, when I first got this here, they didn't have it all the way done here. Like in other words, the tension, I guess they left it like that for testing purposes. What happens is when you want to, loosen the tension up on here to make it a little easier to move, you can do it on both sides as well. But you don't want it to be where the camera's going to flop all over the place. So look at this here. Look, you can do it like, I'm saying, I'm just trying to show you something. But this is nice. This cost me, I think, where is it? Right here. You see the price there? $27.99 plus tax. And I got this from the Micro Center. For those who follow me, it's an electronics store. It's in Westbury. If you guys ever come to visit New York, whatever, in your Westbury area, it's on Merrick Avenue. Go in there and look at the area where they have for the creators, for the YouTubers out there, all the microphones and everything. That's a creator's dream. I mean, you could have a blast, especially if you're a YouTuber. You would love it in there. I'm telling you, man. I go in there, I look at all the new stuff they come out with, but I'm not going to buy anything just yet. I already got over here. I already bought the from that store the Stream Deck XL32 key, and it's the Stream Deck Plus. You can't see, it's a little blurry here, but those are the ones I bought there outside the Elgato. I love the Elgato product. But anyway, so yeah, I just want to share it with you guys as far as that part goes. Yeah, you might want to look into things like that. Okay, let's put this over here. Oh, let's put this key back in here again. Put that back there like that. And these things are good to have. This is the cold shoe mount, but what I like about this here, it gives you flexibility to move the thing around. You know what I'm saying? You can move from side to side, this way, pan and tilt it, whatever. It's really a good thing to have, and I'm glad I got it. But that's one of many things, too, I want to share with you guys. Where's the other thing I want to share with you? This here, this is a cube. I got this from Temu, believe it or not. This thing's pretty cool, too. Again, these come with the Allen key. This ain't mine, comes with it. And what's nice about this, well, let me go over here. What's nice about this cube, it's got all these different holes on there. So you can see that there, like this here. Look at that. And you can mount this here. I don't think you could do this with this one here. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. Maybe you could. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I guess you could. No, not really. No, I think, you know what? I was just thinking something. This here, this you want to take the whole thing off. Okay. And you could use something like this here. You can mount this on a camera or whatever and mount something on here. Yeah, that's what that is, yeah. But no, this one here is fixed. So, you know, even though you loosen up, whatever, it's not like the old one with the Elgato. It's not going to work that way there, okay? But make sure you got it fixed in the right orientation when you're putting it on here, okay? So let's just do this here. Right over here. Let me just tighten this up again. Yeah, this thing I got from Temu, not bad. Look at this thing. You got all these different holes on here. See? Look at that. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I got that there. All right, so let's put this on the side here. All right. Yeah, and this is, like I said again, this was from Temu. This wasn't from Micro Center. Okay, so you got that there. And in regards, if you guys like good sturdy things, this I got from, I bought this off of eBay. This here, this phone mount here. It's good. It's nice. I like it clamps down like this here, right? But I'm going to show you to make a rig in a little bit too. We're going to get to that too. I got a lot of things I want to share with you guys, so I hope you guys can stick around, all right? I'm going to just adjust the brightness on here. I notice it's a little too light here. I mean, too dark. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to come right back and brighten this up here. Okay, it's a little better here, as you can see. It was a little too dark for me. I mean, it's saying this is the greatest, but you know, this webcam here, like I said, I use the Logitech webcams, and sometimes they, with the auto balance and auto white balance like that, sometimes that'll throw it off. But for argument's sake, we're just going to leave it the way it is. I don't want to take too much time playing around with that. But anyway, let me show you this one here. This one, again, this is another one from Temu, this one here. And what I like about this one, as opposed to this, look at the sizes, of course. You can see the sizes there, right? Can you take notice of the size there? All right. This is more of a low profile one here. But what I like about this one here, it's all metal, cold to touch. This is plastic, but it's not too bad. It's durable. It'll hold up. I mean, you know, it's not abused. But what I like about this one here, it's got the screw mounts over here too. Now, I don't know what you would put on here on the back of this thing. Can you see that there? It's got the screw mounts there. The lighting's a little messed up here still. But anyway, if you look over here, you can see like it's got the screws over there. All right. Then you got a cold shoe mount up here. Now, the thing is with this one here, what's kind of weird about this, I do love this one here. The only thing is when you slide something in here, right, there's really like no locking thing in here. That's because this type of device, or I should say thing over here, needs one of these. Let me see if I can find something over here. Let's see. I'm trying to find over here what I want to share with you guys. But let's go back to the one over here with this one here. It's got to be, with this type of cold mount, not that you're going to have all these things on here, but this type of cold shoe mount, okay? Because if you look in here, there's nothing like usually like a little metal things or something like to grab it. This one here, in order to use this would be good for this type. Like this, where you get something like this, where you got turn the screw on here, like this, right? And now it's locked in. That's what that's good for. But otherwise, if you just took something here and just put it in here like this here, you know, and you're doing stuff, it's going to fall out. See what I'm saying? All right, so that's what I'm saying. With certain things like this here, you got to, you know, really look at what you're using it for and, you know, what purpose of it. But what I do like about this one here is if I was to mount this, now I'm not going to say put this on a selfie stick. This is heavy. A lot heavier than this, believe me. It's all metal. What's nice about it is it's spring-loaded. It's spring-loaded, okay? And it's called Infinite Focus, whatever. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't know. That's what it is there. You can see that. And it is spring-loaded. Rubberized. It's got rubber on all sides here, right? And what's nice about it is when you lock that phone, let's take the iPhone 5S, and we put it in here like this here, right? And you turn this dial, okay? When you turn this dial like this, that ain't going nowhere. That is not going nowhere, okay? And if you want to move it around, you can still move it, but of course you got to decide what you're going to do with this. That's where this lever comes in. This lever will lock it in here. See, you won't be able to move it back and forth like that. Very strong, very durable. With this type of the mounting device for your iPhones, you should get a lot of use out of this here, believe me. And what's nice about this here, even though when I first got it, I said, you know, because I use my iPhone 12 Pro Max when I'm out on the, you know, doing video shoots. I mean, I could either one. I could take any of these here and do it, but this one here, I've been using this quite a bit, and it will accommodate it. It will accommodate, and this has a case on it too. So it's got a protective case on it. Look at that right there. Can you see the back of it? It's got a protective case. This will still accommodate it. The thing is, like I said, once it'll lock in, but I always like to hold it just to make sure I get that extra in there, and that's it. This ain't going nowhere. This ain't going nowhere. Okay. And you could, you know, lock it in like this here if you want to make it more stable. But this thing is great. And I don't remember what I paid for this thing. I figured offhand. But this one here is a nice one here. Yep. And you could do vertical, horizontal shoots like that as well. It's offset. It's offset. If you put it on a tripod, you know, it's offset. Either way, it's offset. Not centered, if you notice that. See? It's not centered. It's offset. But that's okay. You know, I mean, it works. It works for me. You know, and if you put it this way here, you can, you know, again, you could do it like that there, but you know, the right way to do it is this way here. Okay, so that's another thing I want to share with you guys, and I'm gonna, like I said again, we're gonna get to making a rig shortly. I just want to share some things with you guys out there. So let's put this over here. I'll put it back in its box. All right. Now, when it comes to making a rig, if you are going to go out and do a video shoots, whatever, and you are going to make a rig, you might want to decide what you're going to be taking for that there. Again, are you going to use something like this or the metal one? We're going to leave that. We're going to put the metal one away for now, but we'll work with this one for the time being. Are you going to use a tripod? If you're going to use a tripod to do it, you know, to go out and do video shoots, you could do that as well. You can mount this on here if you choose to do so, right? Like that. Or what I like, this one here, this jellyfish one here, which is pretty cool. Opens up like this here, and it's ball mount, right? You could do it that way there, and it says it doesn't. You could spin around like that, but that's not really what you want to do with it. And what's nice about this here, it will open up like this here, and believe it or not, this will accommodate the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it's sturdy too. Check this out. Look at this, and it locks it in pretty good. I was using this here to do a FaceTime with my kids like that there, and it works. It's good. It's sturdy. You don't have to worry about it. Just got to lock that in there like that there. Yeah. But yeah, it's all ball mount. You know, you could adjust it like this any way you want, like that there. And again, it depends what kind of video shoot you're going to do. If you're going to go, like I've seen people, sometimes they go to the park and they might be doing, you know, setting it up on a picnic table, whatever, and they might be doing something like that there. In that case, you might want to take something like this. Instead of taking this and this, whatever, this is all in one. You got the tripod here, you got the mount, so you don't need something like this here, okay? The only time I would use something like this here is if I'm going to, you know, make a small rig out of it, because you can't use this to make a rig out of it. However, though, if you did want to use this, let's just say you want to use this mount, even though this one here is set up like this here, check this out. If you twist this off, right, and you go like this, look at this here. Everything's like interchangeable. Look at this. Lock it in. Now you can use this. Okay? It gives you flexibility to move it back and forth. Where this one, you can still do it because this is ball driven. It's a ball mount like this, so you can still move it around. But let's just say this was a fixed tripod. You couldn't do that with this, so you can't move this around up and down like that there. Like that, see? I mean, you can still do the horizontal and vertical, but I'm just saying this has got a little more flexibility. Okay, and I would trust this here with my iPhone 12 Pro Max. All right, but sometimes you could do things like that. You can interchange things, you know, and that would go the same thing. Well, this has got a little weight to it, but you know, I don't think I'd put this on a selfie stick. I'm just trying to say if you want to interchange things, you know, it's like mix and match type of thing, right? So that's the other thing. So this here, if you look at it, you don't need this here. If you're going to take this here, this is perfect. It's called jellyfish. And this is, if I was going to do a shoot like this here, let's say I was going to do one of those things where I'm sitting out at the park and I'm talking, because sometimes people do that there. They'll set them up at a picnic table and they'll just shoot the breeze. They'll talk. But instead of bringing all this, you could do this, okay? You could carry this here. Now, here I have a light, okay? This here, this I bought it. It comes with a clamp. You would clamp it on. I'm not going to clamp this onto my computer monitor because I don't want to, even though it's rubberized, I don't want to compress the, you know, the monitor because I have a brand new monitor. It's a 27-inch. But what I could do if I needed this here, if I was going to make a rig out of this here, I could take this off like this here, right? Take this off of here like this. Still got that mount in there, right? And if I'm going to use this for a rig, I'm going to show you two ways to do it. We're going to get to that later, but I just want to show you, even though you have this clamp, you're not compelled. This clamp, though, you could use this for other things as well, though. Okay? You remember that. You could use this for other things. If I mounted this on here, well, I have to go this way with it. But I'm just saying, you could still use this. You could utilize this clamp. You know what I'm saying? It's like interchanging things. You're not. It's not just like for one purpose. You can use it for other things. That's what I'm saying. That's what I like about this stuff. And that's why I'm showing you guys, okay? So we'll get back to that a little bit later. All right. The other things I want to share with you guys is, let's get this mouse out of here. Here's the other tripods. Okay, we're going to get these big guys out of here because we're going to narrow it down. Like I said, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it depends, again, what you're looking for. If you want to take a small tripod like this here, this is a PhotoMate. I got this at thrift store. These are thrift store finds, by the way. All these here right here. I saw this. This I bought, but what you see here, these are all thrift store finds right here. Anyway, if you want to travel light, well, this has got some weight to it, though. I like this one. I have another one like this here, but it doesn't have the feature I like about it, and I'll show you what that is. It's all one level thing here, right? And what I like about this one here, check this out. It's got this feature. You could extend it. Okay, I'm going to do it this way here, like that. Oh, do I have this thing on here? Oh, that's why it's... I was going to say, why has it got resistance on here? Yeah, I had this thing locked on here. See, this is what I like about this here. And not only that, what's nice about this, all right, what's nice about this here, it extends. Now, you're not going to get this thing like, I don't know how big this thing is here, maybe 4 feet, stuff like that. You'd be crouching down, but if you needed something, you need a little height, this would be an ideal thing to take with you. Now, I have other tripods, big guys, that, I mean, I don't think I would take them right now. I mean, like I said, it depends what I'm going to do. If I'm going to do video shoots, I'm going to travel light. These things are ideal, again, if you're going to have a sit-down type of thing or whatever, or if you need additional height for some things, you got that type. Here's a heavy-duty one. Again, this was done, I got this at a thrift store. Okay, this is nice. It's not a bad one. It's good. It works. You know, it's like that. That's all. I'd say maybe 3 feet, maybe whatever. It's the MX 350 right there. See, this is nice. It works. It'll do the job. Again, it depends what you're going to use it. It is sturdy. It's heavy duty. It's a heavy duty one. Plastic, all plastic fixture here, but it's nice though. You know, it's got, and then you got the quick release here for your camera, whatever. You know. But you can use stuff like this as well. It depends, again, what you're going to shoot at, what the video or where you're going to use this, have a need for this type of, or tripod, any of these here, to be truthfully honest with you. I mean, if I'm going to do one where I'm at a park or something like that, I'm not going to probably take one of these with me. I don't need the height because, like I said, with this here, you put it down, you could pivot it to you, wherever, and you don't have to carry all this other stuff. But the reason I'm showing you is because sometimes you might want to, use these type of things if you're gonna, make a rig. And we're gonna get into that just a little bit. I know I keep repeating that there. The other thing I want to show you guys is this. This is good if you want to make a little rig too. Again, I'm gonna show you here. Let me show you this here, guys. There's a couple things I want to share with you right now, and I want to bring it right to your attention right here. We're gonna focus in on that. This here is Joby. Joby, I like their product. This here, brand new in the box. Box a little messed up. This is a thrift store find. Okay. What I like about this, what I like about these type, and I have one for my tripod. I mean, for my iPad. I have the iPad mini. I now have another iPad. I got one over here, the mini, and I got the iPad, the regular size one. Okay. Yeah, Joby makes the same type of thing. It's the same thing as this, only bigger to accommodate those iPads. What I like about this here. Now, this one here did not come with the key, the Allen key. Okay, this is what I had here. Okay, I had the Allen key. This here. What I like about this, I mean, it's got the cold shoe mount here with the stopper, so you're not going flying right off it. But you could do the vertical shoots, horizontal, vertical, like that, whatever. And what's nice is once you tighten it up, and the resistance on it, you don't have to tighten it that hard. Once you tighten it up, it's locked. I mean, see, like I tightened it in. Look at this. Look at this here. And it's locked in. Okay. What I like about it, you got two fixtures, you got two mounting things here. You got the one over here that could go up and down, right? Pivot up and down like this. All right. And again, you got this one here like that there, where you can just switch it around to vertical and horizontal like that there. And the same thing. Now this here, this comes off. This little cold shoe mount will come off. Okay. If I take this off here, like this, you know, you might say, well, why would I want to take it off? I'm just saying I wouldn't really want to take it off, but if I had to, this would come off. And then I could add something else on here. Okay? I could add something else. All right. And again, it depends what you want to add on there. But again, I don't really need to do that there. So let's put this back on here. I'm just trying to show you with this here, with these type of things. The reason I'm doing this video is because I want to show you could interchange things. You know, because sometimes people might say, oh, I got to buy this, I got to buy that. But you know, you don't have to buy additional things if you just use the things, again, that you have and just, like I said, interchange them. You know what I'm saying? You could just by interchanging them, you could get use out of them. All right? But I like this one here. This one's good because, and another thing, if I use this here for my iPhone, once I lock this in, again, just a quick little light like that ain't going nowhere. Joby's a good product. I also got the Joby, the tripod, you know, the flexible one. That comes with it. And I also got a little mini Joby too. I got a whole bunch of the tripods. This is nothing. The ones I just showed you. That's a joke. But I got so many more of them. But anyway, this is good too if you want to use this here. What I like about this here, when I do filming in here, and I'm at my display board and I want to, you know, move the camera around. I bought a special tripod where it allows the camera to, you know, face down. And if I need to do that there, I could use this here. It gives me the mobility to adjust it, you know, and it's nice. When you, again, same thing, light touch, and it locks it right in there. So this is good too for that type of reason to use it, or for that purpose. But this thing is great, and like I said again, there's a lot of ways you can make. To be truthfully honest, there's a lot of ways you can make little rigs with these type of things. And I can't believe this is a thrift store find. And I got, like I said, with the box and everything here, the little booklet here and stuff. The only thing is the Allen key. All right, so let's push this to the side over here. I need a bigger disc to do these demo videos sometimes. The other thing I want to share with you guys is this. When it comes to making a rig, now we're going to work. Now I am going to start working with this here. We're going to make the rig, okay? I'm going to probably use this one for argument's sake. I guess I could use this one here. This here, in case you're wondering, I talked about this in one of my other videos, but I want to get a little more in depth with the iPhone 5s because I really do love these phones. I mean, and you could still make great videos with them. This one here, as you can see, it says digital camera / camcorder LED video light with the bracket. The bracket is the game changer. This is what makes it all work. Okay. Now, with this here, this requires 2 AA batteries, LED, and it's pretty bright. Okay. But this is the most important thing. Now, you could get brackets like this here. I've seen them again. I think Temu has them as well. You can get them where they have a center mount and 2 of these on the side there, so you could add other things to it. This here basically, and this allows you to mount. Okay, this will allow you to mount it on a whatever, a tripod or whatever, anything, any type of thing like this. And the way it would work is, you know, you would mount this over here like this here, like this, right? And not that I'm saying you're going to use this particular mount, but you could do it like this here. And this thing is, I bought this here. I think I got this off of Amazon or eBay, one of them. This here is the grip. I love this thing. It's soft. It's got the nice flexible, you know, it's got that nice soft rubbery feel. And what's nice is when it comes to making a rig, you could just do it like this here, right? And you can mount your iPhone in here. Very basic, very simple one. You could do it this way here. Like this, lock it in. Okay, like that. Now you might say, okay, well, what about this here? Well, what's nice about this bracket, it slides. So you're gonna have to just adjust it like this here for a second and push it through. I'll show you what I'm talking about. When you push it through here, now this gives you the mobility to, or the ability, I should say, to add something to it. Okay. Now, again, if you're doing a video shoot, here's where you would add this here to it. You could do this, like this here. And you got yourself a small little rig like that. See? And this, again, this is powered off with 2 AA batteries. Okay. So this is one way of making a small little rig. Now, the other thing is, too, if I wanted to use something else on here, let's say I don't want this here. This is going to be a little too cumbersome for this here, right? Because you need a screw mount for this here, and either one won't do it. This would be too big here. Although it probably would work. Let's see. But the only thing is, they have ones like this here, but this one here would need its own juice. But it would work. It would work. I think it would fit in there. You know, but the only thing is you'd have to adjust this here like this. You have to scooch this over a little like this, like that. And you're gonna go like this with this here. I can see it. There we go. For some reason, there we go. I got it. The screw's not. There we go. And you're going to have something like this here. Well, of course, you would have it the other way. Now, you might say, okay, this is good. Again, you're going to need to energize this this guy. And this is where I would say, again, this is, remember one thing. This here, when it comes to these type of things, I recommend if you come across these things, these I picked up at my local thrift store. These things are worth it. I seen them, I priced them here. I got these things for really super cheap. Just what you see what I got here. I got the cable, the charge cable, right? And I seen both of them. I bought them both at the thrift store, and I said to myself, I got to get them. And when I looked them up from Amazon, they were selling for like $37 a piece. And you'll know they're fully charged when you see the 3 lights on. Okay? Now, again, with being realistic here, let's take this off of here. Okay? Let's get one of these tripods here. We're going to use this. And again, this is if you are sitting at a desk or whatever it may be, and you need additional lighting, and you want to just get that illumination, you would get one of these guys here. You pop this out. You pop this in right here, USB. This here, where is it? There we go. This way. Oh, there we go. All right. And then power it up. It's energized now. You got the little blue light there. And here's where you could, give your additional lighting. Okay. And this would be good if you had it. I got the power. This is off right now. I got the iPhone powered off. But if you needed it there, that's what you could do. And it's pretty long. The cable's pretty long. Okay. You could use this here for the regular, the ones that have the stands too. The 10-inch, what do you call it there? Ring lights, whatever. You could do it like that as well. Just unplug it, and then eventually it'll power off on its own. See, if this here would be good, again, if you're doing something at home and you need additional lighting, you would have this on there. That's what I'm saying. But if you need additional, you could just use this thing here. Okay, you can use this. This is good. This is all portable stuff. But the reason why you might want to have one of these here, even for your iPhone, in case your iPhone needs to be charged up, let's say you're running low on it, you take your charge cord over here, plug this in, and it will charge it up. Same thing. Like this here. Just going to wrap this really quick here. And you can plug it right in here. This will charge your iPhone up. Let's get this out of here for a time being. Let's get rid of this here. It's good to have these here because, like I said, it depends how long how long your video is going to be going. And there you go. You can see it just powered on. See? It's powered on. I highly recommend you get these type of things. Well, if you don't want to get Anchor, but they have other ones that are square ones. The other thing is, though, I wouldn't put this in my pocket. Like if you're walking around doing stuff like that there, I wouldn't do that there. It's kind of heavy, but I mean, I don't think I would do that. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you needed something with bigger cords, let's say this cord here is only so big here, you can get one of these here. This is, I don't know how many feet this is, 5 feet, or whatever it is. It's got a lot. You can see it's got a lot here. But again, you might want to consider using something like this here. If you need it to be away, like let's say you don't want the camera right in front of your face, this would be long enough here as well. But I'm just saying, if you need a little extra length, you might want to pick these up. This is that braided type of charge cord here. These are pretty expensive too. If you look at the way it's crafted here, look at that. This is like aluminum. They're both like aluminum. And you know, guess where I got this here? My local thrift store. I tell you, man, I love that thrift store. I gotta love that thrift store. And let me just share a little fun facts with this before we get into it. This is one way of doing, like I said, with the rig. You could do this here. Now, here's another thing too. Let's get this out of here. Let's get this stuff out of here. Let's move it to the side for now. I really need a bigger desk to do these type of demo videos here. All right, let's get this to the side. Because I got some more interesting things I want to share with you guys. All right, let's get this to the side as well. Put it over here for the time being. If I wanted to add this mic, this is a Ceramic mic here, V-Mic Mini. Okay, see right there? Okay. Now, if I wanted to add this mic to it, I'm not going to do an unboxing. I want to share this really quick with you guys, with this part anyway. When you get this here, you get two cords. Okay, you get 2 cords. You get the black one here. This would be for a DSLR camera, and this one over here would be for the iPhone. Now, let me share this with you in case you guys didn't know. This one here, you can't probably see it on here, but this has on here, it's got some wording on here, iOS. This would be for the phone, the iPhone. Okay, now here's the difference between this cable, like I said, remember, this is for a DSLR camera. But what I want to share with you guys, I'm going to take this off to show you, okay? So you keep this in mind. We're going to get that mic in a second. With this here, you would plug this in. You have the option to plug it in here, like that. So this would go with this, and then this would plug into the mic. Well, of course, you can have your setup on there. But here's the thing. I want to share this with you guys. If you notice the newer phones, the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 12 Pro Max, they don't have that little connection there for the headphones, whatever. Right? If you notice that there's nothing there. Same thing with this guy. See? There's nothing there for it. They don't have that mount. You know what you're going to need for it? If you're going to add external mics to these, this one here could take both. But let me show you the little thing you're going to need. This here is what you're going to need. This is a lightning to headphone jack. You see that there? Boy, it's too bright in here. There you go. Like that, just to move it like that. It's the lightning to headphone jack. And when you take it out of the box, I got this at my electronics store. This was, I think, $10 with the tax. I got an extra one in there too. All right. What it is it comes like this wrapped up in here, but I have an extra one. And what you would do is, for these guys, you would take this here, plug it in here like this, like that, and now you could plug your microphone, connect it with this here. But you need this little cord here. Okay, and this would go to the mic. Same thing with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Okay? Like that. Now with this one, if this didn't have it, the same thing, I could do either or. Could still do it that way because it gives you the option, right? But because it's an older phone, I don't need that. I can just plug it right in there. Like that. Okay? I want to share another little information about the earbuds. Okay? Check this out with the earbuds. Little, in case you didn't know. And I also did a test video with this here to prove that it does work. Anytime you want to know which side is the right ear without looking at it, you know, because they got the little R and they got the little F over here. Whenever you see the microphone to the side here like this here, the little microphone, the little volume rocker up and down for the volume, it's always going to be on the right side. So anytime you need to know, you don't have to say, okay, wait, is this it? Or whatever. You don't have to switch it around. You could, like that, but I'm just saying if you want to do it the right way, this is always going to be on the right side. And this is a mic. And I don't think you guys could see it in there, maybe not, but it has a little picture of a microphone here. Okay, for these are people who don't know. I'm just saying, because people might just think it's a volume rocker. Okay, this little thing has a nice feature to it. Yes, when you're plugging this into your iPhone to use it as for a voice, for like you want to use this as like a mic, it works good. I did a test video. I'm going to show that to you a little bit. Here's the thing: when you're plugging this in and you're hitting the record button on here, what happens with the volume rocker, when you click it up and down like this here, what it does is it pauses it. It's a 2-in-1 feature here. In other words, when you're recording, if you hit this, it'll go on, it'll turn the camera, it'll hit the record button on and off, okay? But when you're not recording, this will raise up the volume in here and it'll also lower it. And again, this is for people who are not familiar with this here. So I just thought I'd share it with you guys. But it's not too bad as far as that part goes, like as far as using this as a microphone, you could use that as well. But that's the little thing I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so it's a 2-feature thing. Like I said, as a volume rocker when you're not recording and you're just playing back the audio, and when you are recording and you hit the same thing up and down, it will pause the record. It'll start it and pause it. Okay, that's how that works. 2-in-1 feature with this here. So if you don't want to carry a microphone, whatever, you don't want something like this you want to carry with you or set up, and you just want to shoot like that on the side, you could do something like this. Just get this here. All right. Now, in regards to using this, let's say you don't want to use this. You say, nah, I'd rather have this one here. I want to use it. I want the sound to sound a little better than that there. Okay. Here's where you're going to set up your little rig here. Okay. Same thing. That's why I said these things here are good to have. These brackets, you could do a lot with them. Okay, let's tighten this up here. Let's get that on there like that. And what you want to do, basically same thing. If you're facing it towards you, if you're going to be recording yourself, you could do something like this here. Okay, you could just put this on like this here, tighten it up, connect this here, over here like this, and plug this in right over here, like this here. Turn it around like that. You get the little snap. Tighten this up here so it doesn't move around like that, and make sure this is tight, and you would have it like this. Now if you don't have a grip, if you don't have one of these here, then that's a different story. You could use the tripod. But if you're going to be sitting down talking or whatever, or let's say you're doing a video shoot, you would flip this around, loosen it up. Let's get this here again. Let's open this up. Let's say you're doing a video shoot, you're at an event, but you want that audible sound, you want some good audible sound, you flip it this way. And with this kit here, with this here from Saramonic, they give you the windsock and they give you the foam thing here. So if you want it to look really nice and look cool, put this on here like this here. Let me get it on there. There we go. Like that. You can use that there. Let me just fold this so you get an idea what it looks like. And that's what it looked like there, and that's the front of it, right? And now you got a nice mic for it. And if you need the windsock, same thing. You got the windsock with it. Okay. This is a good mic. I like it. I have a boom mic as well. I mean, I want to put a boom mic. It'll look kind of ridiculous, but yeah, you could use something like that there. And again, let's just say you're there, you're hanging out, and you're doing a video. Let's say it's going to be for a half hour or whatever, depending how long you're going to be shooting the video. That's where again, these little guys come in handy. And what you could do too, if you see the battery going weak on there, just move this away for a second. You got to flip this here, this way here. Let's turn this like this here. And you could plug this in here like this. These are just ideas, folks, just to give you an idea of what you're going to do with it, okay? Like this here. Move it back this way again, like that. Right where the wire is not crimped, like this. And then you would plug this in here. And if you're sitting at a table or whatever it is, you can energize it. You can see the thing lit up again. See it lit up, okay? And now you got all the juice you want. Now, if people ask me, how long do you get with each one of these when they're fully charged? That all depends what you're putting on here. This isn't dependent. Well, this here is going to work off the phone itself. Okay, that's how that works. It's not in. I have a microphone that uses batteries as well. It's a boom mic, but it uses batteries. I forget the make of it, but that uses batteries. But something like this here, if you had, again, this is to keep the iPhone charged up. All right, so when this is charging up, this is gonna, you don't have to worry about how much power you're using. All right, and this is, I think, 100% charged up right now. Yeah, it's 100. Let me see. Is it 100%? What's down the line? I was doing some test shoots with it earlier. But if you need additional juice, this is what you would have. See? And these are just basic rigs. Now, again, you're not going to walk around with this. You're not going to walk around with this and that at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless you're going to carry this in a pocket, or if they have some kind of mounting on here, unless you made your own rig where you're going to tape this up like this here, but that'd be kind of cumbersome. Look at that there in your hand. It'd be kind of silly, right? But I'm just saying, the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because, for the simple reason is, you might be in an event where you might need that additional time and your battery might be going weak on your phone. Maybe your phone's getting ready to die on you. And right here with this here, you're good to go with it. So that's one thing I wanted to share with you guys. Now, again, if I need an additional lighting on here, okay, now, if I could show you another way to set this up as a rig, by doing with three things here, where you could have this and a light. So let's get back to that there. Okay, let's take this apart here. Let's take this off for now and get rid of this. Okay, pull this out, save the juice on that. And let's wait. Now here's where you're gonna need a different mounting. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me just leave this now, power this off here. It'll power off. Okay, we don't need to keep powering it up. All right, and the other thing too, check this out. This here, with this standard fitting, I tried it out. These are Sony headphones. It sounds awesome when you play it in there. It will accommodate this here, and it's awesome. These are Sony headphones. So if you want to get that nice look, or you want to really look professional, but I mean, you've got an iPhone 5S, but if you're sitting there doing stuff like that, you could listen to it. You could listen to it through the iPhones. I mean, through the headphones here, and it works good. I tried it out, tested it, works great. Okay, so that's another thing too. You can use that. You can use the earbuds here. All right, if you want to travel really light, you don't want all this stuff. Let's say, I don't want to take this from you. Then you got this here. You can throw it in your pocket, whatever. But it does accommodate this here. And, well, with the Sony headphones, they do sound great. I have to honestly say, these are great. Hey, you know what? Thrift store find. Matter of fact, I got one on eBay, same one on eBay for sale if anybody's interested with it. The link is in there. If you look at it, just goes on the Shop RJ for great deals. All right, now it's telling you how we could do this here, where we can make a rig, where we could add something else to it. This is where you're going to need a different type of mount. Okay. Now, again, what you want to do is this is what you want to think about. If you're going to do a shoot, are you going to do something where you're going to be, sitting up, standing, whatever? Let's look at it this way. Let's just do the shoot this way. Let's just pretend you're on a video shoot and you're going to use this here, okay? So let's get this set up here. Let's do this. With this here, let's put this on here. Okay, this here. I know this is loose because we got to still mount something on there. That's where the thing is. That's where this guy comes in. Now you could probably flip this around too and do it this way, like that. And I'd rather use this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this here. I think this is the one I want to use, right? If I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, I think, well, I could use this one here. I think I have to reverse it, if I'm not mistaken. It's got the threads like that there. Yeah, I think this is, yeah, if I wanted to use this here. No, that's right. That's right. This is, I'm going to do this here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's get this here. Let's mount this guy on here. Okay. So now we got that there. Okay, this is the way it's going to look, okay? All right, we got the microphone here. Now, because with this microphone, it has that feature where it'll lock it in. Remember I was telling you? There's nothing there. There's nothing to hold it in. There's no spring loading or whatever. This here will go like this. Okay, like that. That ain't going nowhere. It's locked in, okay? Let's leave it like this for the time being here. Okay, now with the lighting, you would use this guy here, like this. Again, depending which way you want it. If you're going to shoot it this way here, and you want it this way, like this, you're going to shoot backwards like this. See, it depends. Well, naturally, if you got the mic facing that way. And what you're going to do is you're going to do it this way here. Like that. Okay. And remember, this works with AA batteries, 2 AA batteries. Okay, and here's where you're going to mount your phone. And you want to mount it, of course, where it's going to be facing you. And remember this is spring loaded. We'll tighten this up in a little bit here. Just like that, just get it tightened up. And you want to do it this way like this. And if you need additional spacing, you can just loosen this up and slide this here this way. That's what's nice about this bracket. So loosen it up like that. And you go like this with it. You can slide it away from it like this here. See? Like this. Like that. And then you want to lock it in here. So you're going to twist the little dial. Like that. And here you're going to plug this in here. And now you got your little rig. Okay? All right. If you need additional lighting, you got an external mic. And this is how it looks from the other side. Okay? This is a nice little rig set up here, and it's not that bad. I mean, I like it. I like the way it looks. As a matter of fact, I do make videos with the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 8. And this will also accommodate this here, but with this here, with the phone, the big guy here, it's going to take some weight on you, because let me tell you something, folks. For those of you who have these here, this iPhone 12 Pro Max, it's got weight to it. It's like it's got lead in there, something, I don't know, but it's got weight to it. But even these older phones, like this iPhone 8, it's got some weight to it. It's not made cheap. These are all, regular Apple products, no knockoffs. But, the more you keep adding to it, the more it's going to be like that, But this is a basic rig. And like I said again, if you're going to do something where you need this, to make a video, you got it all set up right over here. You see? And then remember before we only had the 2? It all depends on what you're using here for the mount. Okay? These are things you got to think about. All right? And that's how it looks. All right? And again, if you didn't want to use that, let's take this off without damaging it. And let's just say you want to be one of those guys that, I don't really want to carry an external mic with me. How about I use one of these guys? So there, you could do that as well. You got the little mic here. You got the receiver. And you're going to put the receiver in here like that there. And, this is if you're going to, I guess if you're going to, shoot it with somebody like that there. Let's say you're going to do a video or whatever. You could clamp this onto your shirt lapel, whatever. And you got the little microphone over here as well. This one here is for K9. That's what it is. K9 wireless microphone. K9, that's what it is. I got this. I think this is a freebie when I ordered something. I don't know if it's from Temu. But you could do something like that there if you need a little mic and you don't want to have an external one, Clip it on there. It gives you better resolution, better clarity. At least I think so. I didn't do a test run with this one here, but I did the test run with the earbuds, okay? All right, so that's basically what this share with you guys. That's how you can set your rig up like that. And again, remember, folks, if you need an external mic, you could just do one of these things here like this here, and you got yourself a nice little rig. Of course, you're going to turn around the other way. You're going to turn this around the other way like this. And it looks good. It looks good. You're going to take this receiver out of here and plug this back in here again, and you got yourself a nice little rig. Okay? All right. Now, I also want to share with you guys the user guide for those of you out there that do have these type of phones, the iPhone 5S. Let's take this off again here. All right. I hope you guys are getting something out of this here. These are just to share ideas with you, how to make videos with them. Now, let me go put this over here. I'll move this over here, and I'll move all this. I'll clean this all up later on. I'm going to put these on the side. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to share with you guys. I think I covered everything with that part there. Let's go over here. Let me go to this here, and let me minimize the screen. Here is the user guide. Now, I'm going to drop the link to this here. But remember I was telling you, you could use these iPhones as an action camera. Well, here's the chest harnesses for them. Just people in case you didn't know. Let me go over here. If it comes up, there we go. This is how they would mount. Okay. Again, this guy over here, my mouse cursor is moving. You could do it horizontal, you could do it vertical, whatever, like this one here. They all range in different prices. Shop around if you're going to use it. Okay, if you're going to use it as an action camera, whatever. They even have for your head. Now, I don't know if people would like the idea of that chest and head strap, but they have them. I'm just saying, I mean, to be truthfully honest with you, would I want to travel around, walk around with an iPhone 5? Imagine putting an iPhone 12 Pro Max on your head. Oh my God. No, but I don't know about that part, but you could see they have it right there. And what's nice about it, you can see with this guy over here, the fish pod one, you got it where you can look down and read it or whatever. I don't know what the purpose that would be, in case you want to just read off it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you're going to use it as a portable teleprompter. I don't know. But you can see the different things you could do with it. Here's a whole ensemble over here, head mount and chest mount, whatever. I don't know. That's where I guess you would say a GoPro will come in, if you're going to do something like that. But they do have them. But let's get back over here to the manuals. Now, when you're looking over here, again, I will drop. I don't know if you guys are going to be interested in chest harness. I could drop the link to that as well. But I will definitely drop the link to this one here for the iPhone 5S manuals. Okay. Now, when you're looking at it, you might be saying to yourself, "Oh, there's not really much. Only 3 things." When you click it on, right? This is the thing. You click it on, it'll give you this information. Let's do a mouse scroll here. Okay. And it'll say shoot like a pro, say hello to the future, and so on and so forth. All right. Now, you might say, well, this is it? This is the user guide? No, not really. I'm just scrolling down here, just doing a little mouse scroll to show you how it is, okay? All right, so let's just scroll down over here. Now, it'll tell you about the start healthy habits and so on and so forth. And again, this is for the iPhone 5S. Now, in regards to looking stuff up, you got to go to the table of contents. Click this on, and here's where you're going to get more information, okay? What's new in iOS 12? That's it. I can't do any more upgrades on it. The operating system I have in here, as far as iOS, it's 12.5.7. That's it. I can't do any more upgrades. So you would click that on. For those of us who do have it, like I have it, I could read more into it over here. As you can see here, I could read more into it. All right. You could do all exploration on your own, like at your own leisure. Okay. But that's what it's all about. Let's go back over here again. Let's go back to the table of contents. Let's say you want to know, there's the basics, is set up and get started. Use your iPhone with other devices, privacy and security, restart, update, reset, restore, accessibility, copyright, so on and so forth. Now, let's just say you want to do the first one. You want to set up. You're going to hit a pull down menu. You're going to have other things there. You're going to have directories and subdirectories, right? Support models, turn on and set up the iPhone, right? Just set up your iPhone, set up the cellular service, connect to the internet, and so on and so forth. So I will drop the link to this here. But remember one thing. When you come here, when you come to this user guide, you're only going to see little things like this here in the beginning, right? Let me just go back over here again. You're just going to see this here. And if you click it on, you can say, what guide is this here? There's nothing there. You got to go to the table of contents. I know, if you're not paying attention to it, you might think, that's it. This is the user guide right here. No, that's where you got to click this on here. All right. You could also do a search too in the guide as well. I don't know if the search is going to be very definitive in the sense that it's going to, hyperlink you right to that particular topic or not. I don't know. But that's what I want to share with you guys. All right. And like with anything else, let's go back over here to Filmora over here. I want to share this with you guys over here. Hopefully I still got your attention. This here is a video shoot I did with my local park. And it's done with the iPhone 5S. I'm going to mute my mic so you could hear me talking. All right.
Okay, and this here is the iPhone 5S. This is the iPhone 5S I'm recording this and making this video with.
I should have done it the other way so you get the a wider landscape. This here, it's nice. It's a nice picture. This is like a memorial over there in the Eisenhower Park in East Meadow, New York. It's in Long Island, New York here. And yeah, I can make a nice a thumbnail with this here. Okay. Just with a still, and it's really easy to do and stuff like that there. And in case people are wondering, it's not hard at all to do a still shot. What you would do is drop it in a timeline, pick something that you like out of it, and just do it. And as a matter of fact, I'll show you that now, and then I want to show you the other things, how to change the camera recording settings. Okay, but let me show you what I'm talking about, because for some of you out there may be new, maybe not familiar with what I'm talking about. You're always going to get these here. The project settings, I always like to keep it 1920 by 1080 by 60 frames per second. You click that on, it's going to drop it in here. Now, it should drop in here any second here. Let's see here. There we go. All right, took a little time. Now, It would have been better if it was a lot, the wider landscape like that there, you know, the horizontal instead of the vertical one. But let's just say, let's use this one for argument's sake. And let's just say, I'm not going to, you know, just going to advance it a little over here. And let's say there's something I want to get. Now, I don't know if I want this particular part of it or if I want to get that. And what I would do is just to say I wanted to use this one, okay? Just to keep this video not too long. I'm going to take a snapshot of it, right? And whenever you get a snapshot, it's going to give you this snapshot format. You could keep it at PNG or JPEG. I always leave it like that. And you can always remember this choice so this doesn't pop up. I like to leave it like that because I might want a JPEG. Where, you know, that's for me anyway. So I put it in here, and now it becomes a snapshot. Now, with the other thing, I'll get rid of this here, cut this out, and drop this in here. Okay, that's my snapshot. Now, here you got all the space. If you're saying to yourself, well, how could I correct that? You could. The only thing you could do, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you click this on and you went over here, see what it says uniform scaling? If you click this on here, you're going to get this here. You're going to get these little square boxes here. You could stretch, wind it up a little like that. But, you know, you might take away resolution. So I'm just using it again as an example. And then what you would do is, you know, put a title in here. Then you would go to the title effects over here, the title over here, and pick something out, put it over here, and just say, you know, adjust it up here, whatever, and go over here, the text where it says text, and click that on. Okay, get rid of that. And we're going to drop it down. We're going to keep the text really small. Maybe keep it at maybe 18% here. And let's give it a different color so you can see it. Let's keep it red and then put this. I always like to use this color here. And just put over here, again, over here, I'm just going to put a day at the park. Oops, we'll get rid of the other stuff, of course. You got to get rid of that. Okay, a day at the park. Okay, if it's a little too small, you can make it bigger. And if you can't see it too much, you might want to, you know, change the color in there. You could always put it in it. We make it with black like that. Well, that's it. If you want to get rid of that there and you want to just go with a solid color, just go over here, hit that little thing there, the preset, and you can just go like this here and just change it around like that. And you can make it bigger if it's too, you know, too small. Come over here and take it. I think maybe what, 20? I think it's 28, like that there. And move it where it's going to be seen. You don't want to get buried into things. This is I'm just giving you an idea. This is just an idea. Okay. All right, and then that's you could do something like that there, day at the park. All right, and then you again, what I would do then, if that's going to be my thumbnail, let's go back to media. Let's go back to the project setting. What I would do if that was happy with that there, okay, if I was happy with the way this looked, again, because I don't want to keep those there. Again, just do another snapshot. Get rid of these, and go over here, and put this in here, and now I have that. That's my thumbnail. And look at the clarity of it. And if I really want to really spice up the picture, if I really want to spice it up, I would come over here where it says color, right? Let's just say I want to spice it up. But you would do this before you make another snapshot. And let me get myself out of here. And over here is where you could add things to it. You could put the temperature in it. If you want to give it that nice, warm, summery look, like that. And if you want to change the tint, you could change it. But we don't want a pink there, but you could change it around like that. The vibrance. Give it that nice, vibrant look. This is what I'm referring to, folks, when I'm talking about all the, you know, the picture. Like I said, again, when I talk about you could have the best money a camera, you know, you could buy with the best camera, but everything is done in the video editing software, which stands to reason. And you can make it really look nice, okay? You can deal with the play around with the saturation. And here's, like, say, it's an outdated iPhone. This is what it was. This is from the iPhone 5S, okay? I only did a video clip of it, but there's other parts to it. But I'm not going to, like I said, you know, it'd be too much. All right. So that's how you would do that there. And then if you don't like it, you could always come over here and hit the reset button. And I'll reset it. Okay. If you want to do it that way, whatever. And, you know, you could play around with it like that there. And it brings it back to its natural look again. All right. Then they also have different LUTs here. They should have over here. I don't know. They used to have a whole bunch of different ones here. I guess I can play around with that another time. I'll show you how I do that with the other LUTs things here. Now, the other thing I want to share with you guys is when it comes to changing the recording format, here it is right here. Very basic, very simple. You can see it. You're going to scroll down. You're going to go to General. You're going to scroll down here to where it says Camera right here, right? You click that on. It's going to take you over here to record a video, and it's going to give you two settings, just like I'm going to show you here. 720 HD at 30 frames per second and 1080p HD at 30 frames per second. As you can show you, just showing you back and forth. I picked that one there. The higher the better. The higher the better. I look at it that way. And then when you want to back out of it, once you're set with it, just keep backing out, and it'll take you back to your home page, and boom, you're done. Okay. Okay. Anyway, and here's the last video, or the last test here with the Apple earbuds. So check it out. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Hey guys, Rich Bassini here, testing out the earbuds with the little built-in microphone over here. This is a test, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Just testing, make sure this is modulating. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is a test, testing 1, 2, 3.
There you have it. All right. And the other thing is, I want to share this with you guys. Regardless, if you think about the iPhone, here's like just a little mouse scroll of all the different things that people talk about. Is it good to shoot in 2025? I can't see because it's a little small over here, but all this stuff here. I mean, there's so much, and this paginates. If you keep looking at there, I just typed in iPhone 5S, and this would keep paginating. You keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I'm not going to keep it too long. That's why I just cut it like this here. But I'm telling you guys, people still like them. As far as I'm concerned, I'm one of them. Okay, and I shoot a lot of my videos with the iPhone 5S, the iPhone 8. And the iPhone 12 Pro Max. But also for people who do follow me on this channel, I also use Sony Handycams. They're older video recording cameras, and I love them. I have, like I said, I have a total of 4 Sony Handycams, some newer, some older. And I also have 2 Sony DSC cameras, digital still cameras I use to take my photos. And one of them does great video. It's a small little slim guy. And it works off the only thing for storage is the micro card, the SD card, whatever you call it. And that takes great photos too, and videos too. Got that one at the thrift store, and the other one I got, I can't remember which model it is. That one I bought, that camera I bought a while back with my other Sony Handycam at the time. I think I purchased them both at 2004 or 2005. But they take great videos. I love them. But anyway. I think that's basically what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me go make myself bigger here. Well, that's all I have for you right now, guys. I got to clean up this mess here because, like I said, I didn't want to keep it too much. I didn't want to put it all back in again and try to keep. I don't want to keep this video super, super long. But I want to say this in closing. If this video in some little way helped you out and you got a little takeaway from it, I wanted to just show you how you can mix and match things, with the things you have around the house. That's what I have here. I don't go out and buy additional things. I mean, well, certain things I do. Certain things I'll buy additional. But for the most part, the things I have, I've been putting a hold on it. I don't buy any more stuff. Like I said, I've been buying stuff. The only things I brought a while back was the 2 Elgato Stream Decks, the 32 key and the Stream Deck Plus. I bought that there, but I did as I went along. And I also have the Logitech Brio, which I'm recording with right now, that shoots in 4K. But let me tell you something. When I first started out, really quick, I was using a Logitech desk mic, and I call them stick mics because they're those long, skinny things. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. And I had an HP. All my equipment in here is HP as far as computers and printers. I used that there, and I had an HP webcam. That's all I used back then. That shot in 1080p, right? I think HD too as well, but just like the iPhone here. And I tell you the truth, it made great videos. And even though it was a Logitech mic, I never got any complaints. Not that I recall in regards about the Logitech mic that I used back then to make videos, because the sound was pretty decent. It was pretty good. It wasn't like something like I'm using now, the Blue Yeti mic. I bought a brand new Blue Yeti mic here, the matte finish, the blackout matte finish. And that's what I'm recording for. And I'm at arm's distance right now, okay? I don't have the gain set. I think the gain's set in the middle, but I don't have it like right in front of my face, But that mic is great. But I did it as I went along. Basically, when I was working at the time, before I got laid off my last job in 2016, I was putting money aside. And, you know, a little extra money I had, I said, okay, when I see it on sale, I'll pick this up, I'll pick that up, whatever. But I did it in steps. I didn't do it right away. For those of you out there that are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or maybe you already have an established YouTube channel, you know, use what you have, work with what you have. That's what I've done. I had the cameras back then, but I never really used them to make videos. I'm talking about the only two at the time. I had, like I said, a Sony Handycam and a Sony DSC camera. And that one does MPEG, which MPEG is not great. But I would use that particular camera, just to take photos. That was it. But the other one, I do videos. But for the most part, 99.9% of my videos was done on that HP 1080p HD webcam. And I was making my videos with that and using a Laptec mic for the longest time. And then I said, you know what? I put enough money to the side. I said, now it's time to do an upgrade. And that's when I got involved with the Blue Yeti mic. And I love it. I think it's a great mic. I think it's great audio. They have a software. I'm not sure if it's called Blue Voice or whatever. It got something like that there where you could really tweak it and make it even sound great. It's got all these different formats, audio formats, where if you want to sound like an FM radio or studio, whatever, you got to go into the software to do that there. But I tell you, I really do love it a lot, you know. But again, as far as with the Stream Decks, you know, again, I bought them at different times. I didn't buy them all together because, like I say, you're talking, you know, decent amount of money. Not super expensive, but not super cheap for me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't super cheap for me as well. But anyway, I did everything, like I said, in sequel, you know, in steps. I didn't do everything right away. I didn't go out and buy microphones and this and that and everything. A lot of stuff that I have, to be truthfully honest with you, is from thrift stores. You know, so don't dismiss them. Sometimes you get good stuff there. You know, I've gotten good stuff. I got a brand new, I think it's a Maxter external hard drive, I think 160 gigabytes. I got it brand new in the box. I don't have it to use it yet. I'm going to keep that as a backup because I already have 4 backup drives here. And even my computer's got, you know, I must have at least, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 or maybe 5 or 6 or maybe even 7 terabytes worth of storage, which hardly is even using it. And but I got a lot of those stuff I got from the thrift stores. So gotta say, sometimes you get good finds there. But anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope it helped out in some way. And if you do get a takeaway from it, if it was helpful in some way, and you know you like the video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. And if you want to be updated when I post on the videos, please hit that bell notification icon. And just to share this with the new YouTubers out there, in case you're wondering what I'm all about, really quick. I like to share news, stories, and ideas for the content creator. And this is pretty much the ideas for the content creator, just to give you a little, you know, something to work with if you have these type of things laying around your house. All right. So I'll talk to you guys in the next video. This is Rich Messina signing off. Take care and bye-bye for now.